I'm Sheldon Andrus, co-owner of OMG Rotisserie. The idea of OMG came from the reaction you have when you eat really good food. There's like not a lot of words you can say when you eat that like perfect bite of just whatever it is your favorite thing. Just imagine that thing. And then most of the, that visceral reaction of like, oh my God, this is amazing. That's exactly what the restaurant is named after. It's not really that deep at all. Everyone always asks me if it's someone's initials or like something like that. No, it's, oh my goodness.
New to Chillicothe, but if you were a student at OU or if you visited OU at any time, you are very prominent in Athens.
We are. We have two restaurants there. The first one opened on Columbus Road in November of 15. It has a very off-campus feel. It was originally opened, if you're from Athens, you kind of know this, but it was originally opened to kind of be in a food desert. There was no restaurants there, but there were lots of like car dealerships and body shops and factories and very like blue collar workforce. And we were like, what do these guys want to eat? And this is that's the second kind of part of how OMG came about. That's kind of the food that we make. And then we opened the second one in January of this year, uptown Athens on Court Street, right in the center of Athens, of Ohio University's campus.
You're under construction right now.
We are, as you can hear.
Once you open, it's going to be something else.
We hope so. From what we hear from people in Chillicothe, everyone's always eager to have more dining options in and around our city, and they're even more eager to see those dining options being downtown. So duly excited to not only open a new restaurant in Chillicothe, but to be a part of the downtown revitalization and growth. It's a good feeling. We worked really, really hard to get this corner spot. This was not originally available, and so the original location we had was actually where Paper City Coffee is now. It's kind of our running joke we have with Megan and Anna, the owners there, that OMG was supposed to be there. This was always our first choice. The first time we drove into Chillicothe, we saw there was nothing here. We looked through the windows and we said, we want to be on that corner. After about 8 to 9 months of begging and pleading and negotiating, we finally made that happen. And so we think there's no better spot downtown to have a restaurant than right here on the corner of Paint and Second. Our chicken has a proprietary kind of seasoning and blend that we make. It's called we call it OMG chicken. It's kind of what it's become colloquially known as. Like that's what everyone calls it, just OMG chicken. But it's got a savory sweetness to it that you can't really get anywhere else. And then we pair that with 11 different soul food sides that are made from scratch every day with the freshest, localist, most organic ingredients we can find. And those things come together and kind of give a real unique dining experience that's not just culturally relevant. Soul food is very popular everywhere. Comfort food is very popular everywhere. But we do it with a conscience, we say. And so our chickens are all like antibiotic-free, GMO-free, free range, and nothing's ever frozen or out of a can. So we pride ourselves on that. It's something we find really important in our process. Our one dessert, our famous banana pudding. You don't have to like bananas. I'm often told that people think our banana pudding is more like a cheesecake in a cup. So it's not that old-fashioned banana pudding made from like banana pudding mix and that kind of stuff. It's made from scratch. It has a couple different secret ingredients that also I'm not going to divulge right away. But it's unique. You have to try it at least once, and guaranteed you'll love it. There's no way around it. But it does have bananas in it. So if you're allergic to bananas, I say stay away.
What do folks in Athens say about OMG and that you hope to duplicate here?
What do they say? That it's fast. It's fast, it's very casual, very laid back. The food is like exactly what your grandmother would cook, right? It's what your grandmother would cook or better. It's local and it feels very familiar. The food is very, very familiar. There's nothing, that you can't pronounce or anything you won't recognize on our menu. By far our number one seller is our mac and cheese. It's kind of become our crowd favorite. I'm thinking through all the reviews and feedback we get, mac and cheese is probably the most popular, probably more so than the chicken sometimes. They compete for each other's attention. But that OMG it's very family, it's very local. It can be healthy if you choose the right options, if you don't go for the mac and cheese right away. And then that it's fresh, That's definitely always important. The chicken, the sides, the music. So part of OMG's brand image, so to speak, is the music. So there's OMG, soul food, and the only thing that pairs perfectly with soul food is music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, Motown, Detroit, And so in the restaurant, you'll find very quickly we cover the walls with albums from that genre and those decades, and you'll hear it played very proudly. So it's not just a soulful eating experience, but it's also a soulful music experience. If you need a little reprieve from the day, it's kind of a nice escape.
So it's safe to say, once you walk in the door, it's a soulful experience.
It's a soulful experience. That's why we say taste the soul. That's kind of exactly where it comes from. You taste it, you hear it, you see it, you feel it. It really is a genuine soulful experience.